What's up, y'all? I'm here to show you some bags. Rolltop bags are such amazing bags because that mechanism of being able to roll it up and down means that you can fit a lot of stuff. Just unroll that sucker, put more in there, or a little bit of stuff. Roll it up, tighten up, and you don't have this big, bulky bag. So today I'm gonna show you 3 Rolltop bags that I really like, and I'm especially excited to show you this first one. Okay, so first of all, this is a bag from YNOT, YNOT made.com. They're handmade in Canada, right? And I love the features on this bag, but before we even get into that, you should know that the tech pedigree is on point here with your 1000D Cordura bar tacked and reinforced, like, you know, places on the bag. You got the YKK zips, most of them with the AquaGuard seal. So the tech pedigree, you know this bag is gonna last you for a long time. Now, one of the things I love about these guys is you can customize on their website just about every nook and cranny of this bag, and they have some really interesting additions, upgrades, accessories, as well as just loads of fabrics and things to choose from. I customized this one how I wanted it. But the first thing I wanna show you are these amazing clips. I don't know if you've seen these before. They're magnet clips that like slide in and out, and basically when you pull this apart, like they will like find each other, and they just like kind of click into place sometimes. No, I'm serious, they do. Like I pull this apart like this, and then I just, sometimes. Yeah, that's amazing. No, they do, I'm serious, I love this. Like look at this, I normally hold the bottom of this one and I hold the top of this one and blank, pulls right apart. So right, one-handed almost, I have to use 2 hands, but that's fine. Then it's just like, oh, did you see that? Bam. Wait, where is it? Find it. Ah. Now, I point that out not only because I think they're really interesting. I've seen something like this, I think, on a couple other bags, but I think they work awesome. But more than that, with a Rolltop bag, for me personally, I care so much how that mechanism works. I don't want to have to fiddle with a bunch of with an actual belt buckle to open it up, right? I don't want to have to do a lot of work when I'm getting into my bag, in and out and in and out and in and out, when I go to the cafe and I need to get my computer or something like that, right? So the mechanism on the Rolltop is something you really need to look at and make sure that it's something that you like. Now, if you want to go super artisanal materials, old school, leather, and the whole 9 yards, the good thing about that is it'll last you a long time. For example, here's another one from Astray that just has this big rolly thing up at the top, all made of canvas, and then it's just a leather buckle. The good thing about this is this will last you a really long time because of the materials. But the bad thing about it to me is I don't like the use of that. That is just one little bit that I have to think about more than I'd like to. And with this magnetic stuff, I just don't have to think about it very much. So this bag, I think, is called the Magnetica because of the way that those suckers work, right? I'm like literally like, magnets, how do they work? Another thing to note about this bag is the Rolltop isn't an actual like roll it all the way up kind of top. It's a flap that goes over the top. As you're gonna see in a second, you can fit so much in here. But what I like about this is I don't have to spend any time like doing that like bitty 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 bitty. I don't know. I like Rolltops because they're so expandable and all that stuff, but I don't like spending time to get my stuff. Okay, so first and foremost, let's look at the capacity of this thing. This has got nothing in it right now, right? You do have these cinch straps, which are placed in the right place so that you can unzip and you can get to the things that you want to get to without needing to undo a compression strap. Have you seen a bag like that where the compression strap goes over the pocket that you need to get into? And it's like you have to undo the compression strap, even if you don't use that sucker, then you can get into the thing, and then you've got flappy straps all over the place. And so it's like, all right, I gotta put those together, even though I'm gonna be back in there in a second needing something. Like, I hate that. Their compression straps here are put on the right spot so that you can always have them compressed or uncompressed, whatever you need, and they're not in the way of any zippers. Okay, now this is how the bag looks with like nothing in it, and I think it looks pretty great even like this. You're gonna see in a second how much we could fit in here. But if I was using it as a daily carry where I just had a water bottle or a sweater or something in it, I'm in a Lisbon and I'm walking around with my wife and we need to have our sweaters or something like that. Look how great this looks. Look at just a small, funky, cool, kind of street, kind of urban vibe. I like it for a daily carry. I mean, just the capacity of it I like as a daily carry and the way that it looks. Because with daily carry, I just need my laptop or whatever if I'm working from the cafe or something like that. Some charger, laptop, glasses. Have maybe like you're like, I need a pocket knife and I need my pocket knife. I need my knife. I need my buck knife. I also need to have my flashlight. I'm sorry, torch. I call it a torch. I have an extra pair of shoestrings, and now that's good because it's also strings so that if I ever need to, I don't know, climb up a mountain or, you know, protect myself from a villain of some kind. You know, some of you guys are out there and you're just like stroking your goatees like, yes, I have a lot of pocket needs. Like I got you covered. And this look is kind of cool for that too. So you got lots of technical stuff in here, you'll see. But the point is, as capacity wise, it's a nice size for when it's empty. Let's look at what it's like when it's full. Now, if you've seen the review I did of the Nomadic travel bag, this is the Nomadic vacuum sealed sort of thing. This is as much clothes as I basically fit into the Nomadic travel bag, given all their shoe compartments and my need for toiletries and other stuff, right? So this is a lot of clothes in here. Let's see if we can get it in. All right, so let's get the sucker in. Fits like a glove, and we still got quite a bit of space in here, okay? Let's see what else we need to take with us. Got my Allbirds travel slippers. Gotta travel with those because they're so lightweight and small. Let's put those in there. And then I got my toiletry kit, okay? I need that stuff as well as my laptop, okay, and my charger, and I guess that's basically it that I'll need. So there's my clothing for one trip fitting right in here perfectly. It might be more minimal than you're used to, but that might be because you don't travel as much as me. I love minimal travel because once I get to where I'm going, I like to explore and experience. I find that the less you take, the more you actually enjoy where you are. The less you're about like, I don't have the right shoes for that, and the more you're like, fuck it, let's go. Okay, so that's just like a regular trip, and you can see like how much space, there's still a bunch of space left in here. I can just close this guy up like so with our magnets, and it's not even like I'm still cinched tight on our bits here. Okay, so for minimal travel, this is what it looks like. For a big load on your daily carry, if you're carrying a bunch of crap, this is what it looks like. I think a pretty good look. I like the vibe. But let's go even further. I've got another packing cube here from Heim Planet that I'm just gonna throw in and see what kind of capacity we can also get in here. All right, so I'm just shoving this up to the top and we're like right at capacity. So let's see what it's like to get this sucker going. First thing you'll notice is there is a strap on the top, okay, which I can pull across here, which kind of pulls in these sides for any rain stuff. So even if you don't have a lot of stuff going on, because you've got that flap overlay with this water resistant material, if you pull in, pinch in those sides, you don't have to worry about water getting in your bag at all. So I'm using that here to kind of cinch down the load. All right, so then I close up the lid, I pull that tight, I pull my compression straps tight. This thing is solid, and I am feeling like I can, like with that much material, with that much stuff, I can travel for a long time. It's my regular travel stuff, which I'll go for 2 or 3 weeks with, plus a whole other bag inside of there as well. So like, this is, see how much capacity? By the way, my wife's Canadian, so I proudly wear this Canada patch on here that they sent with it. Thank you guys, love that. Whenever you travel, try not to look like an American. Now, 2 more things before I start showing you all the pockets. First of all, there is a rigid piece of plastic, right, that's across this entire back padding. All right, what that does is it distributes the weight of the bag across your back, which might be really useful if you get their accessory straps, the hip packs, which if I was going on a bigger trip, I might as well, because I can always pull it out, put it in my bag when I get to my destination, and I don't need that hip strap anymore. So because that load is distributed all across my back, and then going with the hip pack, if I cinch that hip pack up tight, I don't have any pressure on my shoulders. So good on you, YNOT made for including that sort of rigid thing on the back so that you can distribute that weight. Comfortable to carry. Another reason why it's comfortable to carry is they have the straps designed this way so that they articulate like this, which is nice. You'll see more and more bag companies doing this because everybody has a different size neck, and getting around that can oftentimes make the strap pinch or roll in certain ways. So being able to do this means that the strap, whatever your neck, whatever your traps are like, you know, some of you got pretty big traps, eh? whatever your traps are like, whatever your neck's like, you can get it around with this while there's still a big fat piece of padding there for you for the weight of the bag to rest. So super comfortable. They've got sternum strap here that is removable if you choose to, but like this, I feel like I can go for a long time. By the way, I should point out here that these magnet things, it feels like they're magnets, right? But it's not a magnet that holds it together. It's a magnet that helps it find where it needs to click and lock into. So it's actually a mechanical thing that's like that's locked into that. So I can rip down on this and I can't pull it apart. And all you do is pull it sideways and then it comes undone really easily. But because that doesn't happen when you're cinched down on it, it never comes undone. It's never come undone by itself, even though it's so easy to get it together. Okay, let's start walking through some of these pockets. We know that we like the mechanism, we like the capacity. I do. When I say we, it's the royal we, me. I like it. Now let's start looking at some of the pockets, starting with out here, this quick access. You can go with some different options for this. I went with a black leather cover and it's Velcro with a 3D compartment, which is awesome because then I just take what I need to and I throw it in there. It's big enough for anything I could need for a quick access sort of vibe. Glasses, computer charger, keys, phone. It's all in one thing. There's no organization in here, which is one of the bummers. But what's great about that is it's just easy. Like it's almost like you just throw everything in there and because it's not that deep, you don't lose stuff. So I'm like torn on this because part of me would love to see maybe a piece of fabric divide this right here. So I have two like half pockets, right? That would be nice because then I'd have like, you know, stuff that can rumble together on one side, my phone and my charger or whatever, and then my glasses in the other one with a couple pens or something. I could see some improvement there. That would maybe go a long way for some of you guys and gals out there. But as it is, I like that at least it's three-dimensional so I can put stuff in there and it's not hard to get out of. It's easy to see into. I'm liking using this. Now there are two side pockets, all right, for your water bottle type stuff. They don't have any dimension to them. This is another place for potential improvement. Normally on a daily carry vibe, I would just have my water bottle in like this. It's not cinched in very good, so it's floppy. If I go upside down, my water bottle will come out. If that's a concern, you won't like that. You do have a compression strap right here that you can lock it in with, but even still, I don't feel like 100% comfortable with it. Now, that's not a reason why I wouldn't choose a bag personally, but maybe that's something that really matters to you. So what they do have, though, on both of these pockets, like I said, there's no dimension here, so if the bag's really packed out, it'll be hard to get your water bottle in. Now, some of us travelers, that's a big deal. So what they also have is they have this MOLLE strapping, this kind of this accessory system that you can get on this bag. And what that enables you to do is something kind of cool. I like the way they do this, right? So here's one of their little pouch that they have. It's got some MOLLE strapping on the back, and then you have these almost like tent pole or tent, like, you know, like whatever, the tent things. I do a lot of camping. This has like a tent thing that happens on it, but what you do is you go through the things like onesie twosie like this between here and there, and then it clips into place with the clip at the top. Okay, so I put it in like that. It's got a Magnetica guy right there as well. Now I've got a bit of a 3D pocket on the side, which is completely attached to this bag. There's just no way to get it out. Like, right? This is why that MOLLE sort of stuff is killer. Now, I think it adds quite a bit to the aesthetic of the bag. It's pretty pouchy at this point, but what's great about this is if you need something that, like, I just have to have my tape measure with me or my something, you've got that MOLLE strapping on both sides if you opt for that with this bag. And like, you should know that about these MOLLE attachments. Like, there's some companies that make really cool ones. I think this one's actually pretty great. You could use this as your water bottle. It's still floopy, droopy, and I don't love that. But if I wanted to, like, I could, it's higher up, so then I could put it through this thing, by the way, which is like, it's like an axe strap on the back, because Canada. While I'm here, you gotta know this leather patch thing, you can completely customize your own logo and have it put on this leather patch, because they have this like laser thing. I saw that as I was checking out. I was like, what in the world? And I talked to them, they're like, yeah, you can literally have a custom logo made and put on here. So you could just have it say like, Dad's bag, Charles's thingy, Mommy's little helper, Like you can make it say whatever you want. Like design a little logo, get your like niece or nephew who has Photoshop skills and put it together. I had them just put on the Why Not one because I actually kind of like their logo. Okay, so just to show you on the other side, exactly the same. You've got this this pouch that does not have dimension. You've got the MOLLE strapping out here if you choose to go with it. This is another sort of strap, which I end up using sometimes as a grab handle as I'm throwing the bag. These side things I end up sometimes grabbing. And this one has Velcro on the outside. So if you have one of those patches, you know, those GoRuck style patches, you can put it right there. Then on the back of the bag, you'll see at the top here, there's a zipper with AquaGuard seal on the YKK. Let me see, it looks like it's a number 8 zipper. And this is your laptop compartment, all right? Laptop fits right in there, nice and comfortable. It's suspended off the bottom of the bag. That rigid piece of plastic goes down an extra, I'd say 2 inches before it starts, before you'll find the laptop. So they're protecting the bottom of your laptop there. Okay, now let's look inside because there's a little surprise about this bag on the inside. The whole thing is lined with this Ripstop Cordura, all right, which is to say if it starts to rip, the fabric will stop it. It just stops the rip. Diamond material, very sleek, but because it's lined with it, they didn't just sew it in. They actually have a way for you to get into it so that you can have a separate compartment here for like dirty, rainy, gross stuff. For some of you with like running shoes, or some of you with like dirty clothes, gym stuff, you can just easily separate that in this bag if you choose to. And because the fabric's so badass, the water won't penetrate between the stuff. You can be safe. You keep your gear safe while also having like gross mud stuff in there. And I opted for, on this bag, you'll see there's this zipper that goes all the way around this whole thing. Okay, this is an option that they have. It's sealed with the YKK AquaGuard, but it's a zipper that goes all the way around, so it makes this like a pocket. So what I end up doing is I'll keep the zippers down here at the bottom corner, so that if I ever need to throw a sweater or something in this really quick, I just toss it right in there, and it doesn't have to mess with anything in here, even if it's super wet and it's a rainy jacket or something like that. Cool little feature. I personally don't use it that much, but I know there's some of you out there who are like, what? That whole bag's a double pocket! And that's true, the whole bag is a double pocket. But wait, there's more. Inside this big Ripstop thing, there's no organization, it's just a big guy, right? There's 2 things that you can do in this to add organization. The first is this Velcro. They have a feature called their covert pocket, all right? It's just a simple pouch like this, but with alternating Velcro. One side's like soft, the other side's the rigid stuff, right? So you can throw this on just like this, and now you've got a new quick access pocket here between your lining and the thing. The Velcro holds it nice and sturdy in there, and you just get a zipper right here for your pens or your whatever you want to throw in there. It's not the most like attractive looking thing, but in use, what I found is it doesn't get loose. It stays nice and solid. It's a really easy way to add more organization to what is effectively just a totally functional bag. That kind of customization is pretty rare. So if you need that kind of thing, you're pumped. But wait, there's more. There's other things you can add inside the bag because they have these loops inside of here, okay? Where is it? Where's that guy? Where is it? Right here, okay? You'll see there's a little webbing, sort of little piece of webbing with a hook. And what that's perfect for is you got this, for instance, a laptop holder that has another flap down here at the bottom, and you just run that through there, through the D-hook, and then Velcro it around. Now this bag already has a laptop compartment built in, but when I do that, I've got another thing of functionality. Now you might not want the laptop, that's why they have other things. I don't know if they have more than this one, but here's one that's like just zipper, big guy. My iPad Pro fits perfectly inside of there. And then there's like a zippered thing guy right here, and then a pocket thing guy right there. This has a little bit different ways of plugging in. I think this might be for a different bag, but in use, it works exactly the same way because there's webbing on the back side of here that those little clips just clip onto, and then they have a lip so it doesn't come off. Really, really nice for those of you who are like, yeah, man, but there's more pockets? Dude, I need more pockets. There are? So an awesome way to add more functionality, more customized functionality just for you, for your daily carry, for your travel needs and stuff like that. And when it's all tied up nice and neat, it's kind of nice. I mean, my one complaint on here is there's a lot of straps. There's a lot of hang downs, there's a lot of flippy floppies, but they're not as bad as I've seen on other bags. For instance, this is in a daily carry mode. This is like hanging down quite a ways, but it's also what enables me to pack the whole thing out and have these suckers way up here and still folding over that roll top so I can use it as that travel bag. So in terms of functionality and use, I just don't think it can be beat. I love what these guys are making and how they're making it. Personally, for me, for daily carry, I like that like brown buffalo bag, GoRuck GR1, that kind of size, style with less hang downs and flappies for daily. But this bag is definitely going into my personal collection because it is so functional for, like I said before, being both daily carry and single bag travel. So when I go on some of those trips and I need to have a daily carry when I get there, this is a solid option. Love what these guys at YNOT Made are doing. Check them out, but I've got two more bags I want to show you real quick. First of all, it's from the same company. Gulper is YNOT. This is their Gulper Medium, okay? First thing to notice about it is it's got that badass Cobra buckle. Another awesome option for your one-handed get into. Way easier than any two-handed ones, but I still need two hands to get it plugged up. But the one-handed to get it out is nice. Things like military grade. It has like fucking like physics schematics on the engineering schematics up on the front of it. It's badass. Now this bag is effectively the very same as what we just saw with a little less features. One that I do like that this has that the other ones don't. The other one didn't. A little side access, quick access pocket. Now this, if this was on that Magnetica, I think that would be close to the perfect bag. Another small pocket like this built in, where I don't have to add it with the MOLLE strapping, would be killer. Also, I prefer this zip up like water seal thing to that MOLLE flappy dappy thing. But other than that, the other bag ends up having more functionality than this. Same flat pockets on the side, same 3D quick access pocket, same straps and piece of rigid plastic in the back that keeps it nice and sturdy for you. But there is no laptop compartment built into this one, okay? When you get inside, same ripstop with the Velcro stuff where you could add that pocket or use you know, the inside as a little like wet dry differential, but there is no zipper that I don't think you can get the zipper. Maybe you can get the zipper on the outside of this one. Check it out on their website if you like this one. So I'm gonna see really quick if this can fit more stuff than the other one. What I've got in there is that big black nomadic thing, my 2 shoes, and my toiletry kit. And now I'm putting this guy on, and yeah, it definitely feels like it has a bigger capacity than the Magnetica. So if capacity is your deal, you might want to go with this one. This sucker easily holds that stuff, really big, tons of space. I still prefer the Magnetica personally because I've got more features on that one than this one. This uses a combination Velcro and the Cobra strap, which I am just not as much of a fan of as those magnet ones. How do they work? So the Magnetica Gulper is another bag to check out, but now it's time to look at our final one, the WANDRD Prvke. Now, I'm just gonna give you a quick overview of this one because I've done a huge in-depth video of this. It's an incredible bag, very in-depth, interesting materials, completely waterproof outside on the material. Though the zippers have a water-resistant seal, the bag isn't waterproof itself, it's just water-resistant. You've got all sorts of tech pocket on the back with your laptop and iPad stuff. You also have a quick access up here, which has a little fleece lining, which feels really nice. Got water bottle pocket on this side and access to the inside of the bag on this side, which is for their camera compartment specifically, which they have camera cubes that are made customized for this bag. For some of you photographers, you're loving that. You need to check that out. So more details on this one in the video, but I will share this. You can see the mechanism that they use. Here is this, let me get these handles out of the way, is just a big metal clip. Now the good thing about this clip is you want to talk about it lasting a million years as I struggle trying to get this out. If you want to talk about lasting a million years, this thing like cue like post-apocalyptic shot, right? Where it's like Terminator 2 and there's just dust blowing across and the dust blows across and you'll see this fucking buckle in that scene. It'll still be there after the bomb goes off, right? But they just have these big webbing things sewn in. You clip it into there. In my experience, it hasn't been that bad. You can kind of get it with one hand if you're lucky, but it has a lip to it that makes it kind of like, you know, you don't want these things to be opening up by themselves, right? So I'm glad that that lip's there. So the WANDRD Prvke, there's a lot to check out in this one. So if you like the look of this one more, or if you're into it, whatever, you're gonna check out the video that I did, which I'll put a link below, or one of those like eye things that pops up. What, right here? Like right here, like, oh, information. Click it, and you can watch that video now. Okay, so there you have it. I like all of these bags. Let me pull them up here again for you. You got the YNOT Gulper, the YNOT Magnetica, and then the WANDRD Prvke. I like all of these. They're killer. Check them out. Links in the description below. If you purchase through some of those links, I get a kickback, which is really helpful, but I haven't spared any punches here. You always get the honest stuff from me. So if you purchase through those links, it just supports the show because right now it's Saturday and I get to make a video because my wife's like, yeah, go make a video because mama gets to buy slippers every time daddy gets a video done. Thank you guys for watching. I make these videos all the time, so be sure to subscribe if that's your thing. I mean, what, do you like bags? Why'd you watch this video? Do you like bags like this? You're still here, so just subscribe if you haven't yet. And then also, if you'd like more from me, I have a podcast called The Fizzle Show where we talk about honest online business. Okay, it's for small businesses, indie entrepreneurs. If that's you, check it out. All right, y'all. See you later. Bye-bye.